This channel is for educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions.
Hi, this is Joe Rabil. What I want to do today is delve into the individual bars, and I want to talk about a specific bar that shows up that you want to be aware of. And actually, I use it on the higher time frames to help me prep for something on the smaller time frames. This will make a lot more sense as we go through and look at the individual charts, but we're talking about a narrow range inside bar. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Now, if you want to learn some more about some of these techniques, I would suggest starting with my book. You can click the link in the description and you can find out a lot more about the book itself. I go into a lot of detail on these inside bars and narrow range bars in the course as well. All right, so I also want to mention that if you do like these videos, please hit the like button and also subscribe. Okay, so as I mentioned last week, on TC2000, I use the narrow range bar and I highlight that in red. You see these red bars, I've basically color-coded that. It's one of the things I really like about TC2000. It allows you to color-code the indicators in any way you want, as well as program in for the individual bars. So I use these individual bars. Now, I can tell you for a fact that when I'm trading, really focusing on individual patterns. Let's say I have, just a narrow universe of 10 or 20 stocks that I'm trading. I'm really on the lookout for these narrow range bars. And I want to give you, a few examples of how that they could come into play. First of all, let's keep it kind of simple and let's just look at this pattern, this bigger picture pattern that took place on this monthly chart. So I've got just so you know, I'm looking at a monthly chart on the left and a weekly chart on the right. Now, I'm going to switch these up a little bit, but I wanted to focus in on this first signal, which you can see this narrow range inside bar showed up on the Micron MU, a monthly chart last month. All right. And so if you think about the way this is playing out, we have this pullback into rising moving averages on the monthly. We get basically a work way back down towards the zero line. We had strength to the upside. I mean, this was a pattern that I highlighted and have highlighted recently. All right. Now, if you notice what took place is we get this strong up bar and then we get an inside bar to the downside. Now, what I'm looking at here, I'm going to zero in on this, is how do we open around this bar, this single bar? It's an inside bar and it's narrow range. So we know that if we can move away from this, we should expect something explosive. But we can take advantage depending on how things play out. If you notice what happened, we opened up even slightly below the low of this bar. Now, when that happens, I do not want to play to the downside. Now, typically, I am only playing in the direction of the trend on this time frame. So if I'm looking at an inside bar like this, I've had the strong up bar and I get a narrow range inside bar, I am really only looking for an upside play. I am not looking to play to the downside. So this move to the downside that started here, it opened up here and pushed to the downside, I would totally ignore. But I would kind of get excited about it because I realize that we're taking out the low of this inside bar. If we reverse back up through this, and especially through last month's close, we've got a pretty good chance that we're going to work our way back up at least to the high of this and possibly go ahead and break out to the upside. So I use this to my advantage because what happens is when we get a narrow range bar, it's almost like you take a stutter step. If you're standing still and you want to go full blast forward, think about what your feet do. Your foot goes behind you first. You get a little momentum by going back and then you go forward. So understand that's kind of what's taking place here. We're going back and then we're going forward. Now, for anyone who's using my approach, you'd recognize that we had a perfect pullback pinch play with green DI starting to take over again, coming out of a low ADX condition. But this pinch play is absolutely beautiful. Lower high, lower high, lower high. But if you know that you've got an inside bar here, hold on. you know that you've got an inside bar, narrow range, and you're undercutting the low of that and finding support at the 18 and then reversing back up. This should give you a lot of confidence to want to play this as it's moving back to the upside. All right, now I have no idea whether this play is going to work or not. I'm not trying to convince you that, every time you do this, you're going to have a winning trade. But what I'm telling you is you have a massive edge using these narrow range bars. Narrow range inside. All right. Now, let me just give you another example that's a little bit different. So we have this move to the downside. Now, I know there's a lot of guys that like to play counter trend reversion to the mean type setup. So think about the way this played out. We had a big move to the downside, and then we get kind of a counter swing bar. And then we get a narrow range inside bar that's inside both of these. So look at the way this plays out. We're inside. We have a big bar down, another good sized bar, but then we get an inside narrow range inside both of these, and we're stretched away from the 18. We have room to potentially play back to the upside, but we should also think about this as a potential undercut pattern. Possibly just based on the way this is playing out, because again, we still have a rising 18 month here. All right. We're coming down to support here. We showed strength to the upside here. We don't have a lot of strength in negative DI. So all of these are sort of telling us, okay, maybe we can play this for a little bit of a trade. So if we go down to the daily chart, so I'm going to switch this to a daily and let's just look at what took place. So we had a move up, and then we came back and tested. And again, we're stretched away from the zero line. You see the zero line's way up here, right? And then we get, improvement in DI, negative move, and then a lower high. This starts to cup around. But I would be looking at this saying, I know I've got room coming up here, and I know I'm forming this little higher low. But if I go to an hourly chart, I can drop down to an hourly. And I know a lot of guys like to do this, so I just want to show this specifically. So now I am back to that time frame. Now I want to show you what is taking place. I do think this is important if you're paying attention. And if you learn this, it's just a huge advantage. It's a huge advantage. Here is your inside narrow range bar. Look at what happened the following week. We opened up. We didn't open up below the low, but we opened up and then we undercut the low. Okay, so again, first direction isn't always the correct direction. And we know that we're stretched away from the 18. So to play this to the downside as a continuation doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. We're too far away from the zero line and we're too far away from the 18. So the only way I'm looking to play this one is in a reversion trade. Now look at how this played out on the hourly. We actually had a undercut. We undercut this low. We undercut these bottoms here. And look at the way it played out. We had two back-to-back narrow range bars on the hourly. And then we took out the high of that. And I can just, I'm going to click on this and you can see the exact bar. So you can definitely see that this bar was the low. And in fact, I can go back to these. All of these are a part of this bar, this one weekly bar. We started out to the downside. We had two narrow range hourly bars, and then we turned up. And you could even have waited for this to cross back above the 18. And that was the kickoff move. It was two narrow range, back-to-back narrow range bars undercutting the low of this narrow range bar. Then it switched back up and came back up through the open of the week, and you could have played it for a really nice trade. Now, some of you that like to play the shorter term trades, you need to use this to your advantage. It's a huge way to use this. You can see three back-to-back narrow range bars here. We can be looking for signals on the smaller time frames. Let me see if I have one more example. I'm going to go back to the monthly. Let me pull this up. And we can look at, there was a signal. Okay, look at this. We get a move up and then we're pausing going sideways with the MACD crossing over. And it's kind of forming a little bit of a pinch, but we had green holding above. Now this is all happening on the monthly chart. And then we get a narrow range bar in October of 23. All right, so let's just look at what was taking place in October of 23. Okay, so we're in October. look at what's taking place. We're hovering around above. We've got a low ADX condition that takes place here. You see how we went and we hit up against the F25 line, but then we got a really low ADX signal. You see how this was really low here, and then we got another really low signal. That's right as we're coming out of this little consolidation. So I can draw in a trend line that just shows you what I'm talking about. So here's our trend line. Now, again, I want to highlight this one bar, this bar right here, and let you see where that was. That was the bar here, was the same bar coming out of this narrow range. So I can click on that and you can see exactly where that was happening. It was emerging out of this consolidation pattern, which is a low ADX hovering above the 0 line. And then we get a green bar breakout after earnings. We wouldn't have to worry about earnings at that point. And we get this basically a breakout of this consolidation pattern. So if I see a narrow range bar like this sitting above this level, and I know I get a breakout signal in a stock that I'm already looking at, or look at it this way. Let's say that I have 3 stocks to choose from, and one of them has a narrow range bar on the higher time frame setting up like this. Well, I'm zeroing in on this one. This is the one that I'm hoping triggers. I'm going to play this. If I have 2 or 3 stocks trigger at the same time, I'm going to go and see if there's a narrow range inside bar setting up this way, because that's the one I want to play. All right, so this should help you narrow down your universe, but certainly recognize when you undercut a narrow range bar, and especially in the counter trend direction of the trend like this. This is an undercut of an inside narrow range, finding support at a rising 18. We're only playing to the upside. Look to take advantage of that as it reverses off of that. All right, so use these things to your advantage. You might need to watch this video a couple times to really understand these concepts, but once you do, they can add a tremendous amount of value to your trading, your entries, and in your selection process, narrowing your selection. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.